Every so often, the world of sports witnesses the rise of a true phenomenon, an athlete who doesn't just compete, but completely changes what people believe is possible for their country. For the Philippines, that phenomenon has a name: Alexandra Eala. If you've been following the WTA Tour in 26, then you already know this season feels different. This is the year the 20-year-old Filipina superstar transformed from a promising young talent into one of the most dangerous players on the global stage. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Sportiva Arena. From winning historic titles in Mexico to delivering total domination in China, and now bringing her explosive left-handed game to the legendary clay courts of Rome at the Italian Open. Today, we're breaking down the incredible 2026 season of Alexandra Eala. We'll look at how she dismantled Mai Yamaguchi at the Jinshan International, how she survived a brutal clay court battle against Magdalena Fresh, and what it will take for her to finally get revenge against the powerful 31st seed Wang Xinyu at the iconic Nicola Pietrangeli Stadium. To understand the momentum Eala is carrying into Rome, we first have to look back at how her 2026 season truly caught fire. Please like, share, and subscribe. The foundation of this breakout year was built in Mexico at the Guadalajara Open. For years, the tennis world watched Eala steadily climb the rankings. Fans saw her win junior Grand Slams. They watched her grind through the demanding ITF circuit. But Guadalajara was the moment potential officially became reality. In a final that will forever be remembered in Philippine sports history, Eala was pushed to the absolute limit against Hungary's battle-tested veteran Panna Udvardy. This wasn't just a victory, it was a comeback fueled by pure determination and relentless heart. Eala captured her very first WTA 125 title, dropping her racket in disbelief as she reached one of the biggest milestones ever achieved by a Filipino tennis player. That historic victory did more than improve her ranking.
Shape, stubborn defense, and smart claycraft to outplay the 31st seed Wang Xinyu under the statues. 6-4, 6-3 in an hour and 26 minutes.
It completely changed her mindset. She left Mexico knowing she belonged among the elite players in the world. She proved she had the stamina to survive grueling 3-set battles and the mental strength to close out championship moments under crushing pressure. But if Guadalajara showcased her endurance, then her performance at the Jinshan International Tennis Tournament in Hubei, China, displayed something even more terrifying: overwhelming power. Let's talk about the match that shocked everyone: Alexandra Eala versus Japan's Mai Yamaguchi. The headline practically wrote itself: total domination. Coming off a difficult opening round win against Belarusian Alyona Falai, a match that included a lengthy medical timeout and 2 tense sets, questions started to emerge. Was Eala exhausted? Would the injury affect her movement? Alex Eala answered every doubt by stepping onto the court and unleashing an absolute storm of ground strokes. From the very first point, it was obvious Eala came to destroy. The Filipina sensation, hovering near the world's top 50, looked completely unstoppable. Her heavy topspin forehand exploded off the hard court surface, forcing Yamaguchi deep behind the baseline and immediately taking control of every rally. The numbers were astonishing. In the opening set, Eala raced to a 5-0 lead without facing a single break point. She controlled the match with the precision of a veteran champion, constructing points with patience before striking with ruthless aggression. Yamaguchi finally had a chance to get on the scoreboard in the 6th game after reaching 40-30 on serve. But Eala simply elevated her level again. She erased the game point, attacked the Japanese player's second serve, and broke once more to complete a flawless 26-minute bagel set. 6-0. Absolute perfection. Yamaguchi showed more resistance in the second set, even managing to break Eala's serve and close the gap to 4-3. But true champions don't panic under pressure. Eala immediately shut the door, winning the final 2 games to close out the match in just 1 hour and 12 minutes. 6-0, 6-3. It wasn't just another victory. It was a warning to the entire WTA locker room. Alex Eala wasn't here just to compete anymore. She was here to dominate. As the tour shifted from the hard courts of Asia to the brutal red clay of Europe, the challenges became even tougher. Clay court tennis is a completely different battle. It demands elite endurance, perfect movement, and the patience to survive rallies that can stretch beyond 20 shots. Eala's transition to clay came with lessons. Fans watched her face fellow left-hander Leylah Fernandez in Stuttgart. They saw her fight through Madrid, where she also made an impressive doubles run alongside close friend Zeynep Sonmez before falling to the defensive brilliance of Elise Mertens in singles. But every loss on clay became another lesson. And Eala, a product of the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, understands clay better than almost anyone her age. She absorbed those lessons, packed her bags, and headed to one of the most prestigious tournaments in tennis, the Italian Open in Rome. Rome in May feels like a gladiator arena. The crowds are loud and passionate, the clay is heavy, and the competition is ruthless. Alex Eala arrived in Italy, determined to prove she belonged among the elite. In the opening round, she faced Poland's Magdalena Fresh, exactly the kind of experienced opponent capable of exposing young players on clay. At first, the match looked like another demolition. Eala exploded out of the gates, painting the lines with her backhand and serving with incredible precision. The opening set ended in another devastating bagel, 6-0. But Fresh adjusted like a veteran. She slowed the pace, used higher looping shots, and dragged Eala into exhausting rallies that completely changed the momentum of the match. Fresh captured the second set 6-3, forcing a deciding third set on the demanding Roman clay. This was where Eala's toughness truly showed. The final set became a tense battle of endurance. But when the pressure peaked, Eala relied on her heavy topspin and fearless aggression to break Fresh's resistance. She converted crucial breakpoints, served bravely in big moments, and closed out the decider 6-4. Final score: 6-0, 3-6, 6-4. Eala survived the Polish wall and advanced. And now the stage is set. Today, May 8, 2026, inside the breathtaking Nicola Pietrangeli Stadium, surrounded by ancient Roman statues, Alexandra Eala faces one of the biggest challenges of her season, China's Wang Xinyu. This isn't just another second-round match. This is revenge. Earlier this year, at the ASB Classic in Auckland, Wang defeated Eala in a brutal 3-set semi-final battle, 5-7, 7-5, 6-4. It was a heartbreaking loss that slipped away from the Filipina star by the narrowest margin. Wang Xinyu remains a dangerous opponent. The Chinese star possesses massive power, a huge first serve, and the ability to pressure opponents with flat, aggressive hitting. But Eala enters this rematch with momentum, confidence, and experience on clay. To win, Eala must execute a near-perfect strategy. Wang wants to play fast. Eala must play heavy. She needs to use her Nadal-style lefty forehand to force Wang into uncomfortable high-contact shots above shoulder level. She must protect her second serve and prevent Wang from attacking inside the baseline. Most importantly, Eala cannot surrender control of the center of the court. She has to stretch Wang side to side across the wide angles of Pietrangeli Stadium and test her endurance under the Roman heat. Watching Alexandra Eala play is about more than tennis. You are watching years of sacrifice come to life. At just 13 years old, Eala left the Philippines to train in Spain, giving up a normal childhood to chase greatness in one of the most demanding sports on earth. Her game is built on contrasts. On the outside, she looks calm and composed. She rarely shows emotion. Her face stays locked in focus, reading opponents like a chess master. But underneath that calm exterior burns an intense hunger to win. Her movement on clay is graceful yet explosive. Her backhand down the line is a laser. Her forehand is a heavy spinning weapon capable of overwhelming even elite opponents. But her greatest strength may be the flag she carries on her chest. Every time Alexandra Eala steps onto a court, she represents more than herself. She represents over 100 million Filipinos. In a country dominated by basketball and boxing, Eala has created an entirely new space for tennis in the hearts of Filipino fans. When she plays, the Philippines watches. When she wins, the nation celebrates. She is more than a tennis player. She is a trailblazer. She is the pride of Philippine sports. And the 2026 season is only getting started. Whether she's lifting trophies in Guadalajara, delivering bagels in Jingshan, or sliding across the clay in Rome, one truth has become impossible for the WTA Tour to ignore. Alexandra Eala is no longer just a rising star. She is already a serious threat to anyone, on any surface, anywhere in the world. Now, as she prepares to step onto the legendary clay of Nicola Pietrangeli Stadium against Wang Xinyu, the tennis world is watching closely. Will she finally get revenge for Auckland? Will she continue her rise toward the top tier of women's tennis? If the 2026 season has proven anything, it's this never bet against Alexandra Eala. The court is ready. The stage is set. Let the battle in Rome begin.